Your era's mistake was making the train inconvenient, replacing the train industry robber barons with personal car hoods. Exploiting convenience disabled our nation with traffic. Look at how the hub, Detroit, was blindly never in the transportation business. Their city's suburban overlords strategically abandoned their home to fossil fuel, overdosing the entire country on fumes. Profit potential superseded potential profit. Scavenging the Earth's resources gives us the business. Watch, Doctor, the bicycling Chinese have begun duplicating our prosperity. It'll be Shakespeare's omen that we can't see the forest for the trees, translated as where's the parking lot for all the cars. Hammer said, "You don't know what you're talking about, mocking me or the past. History is not a cardboard cutout." I let my answer be a question. Conglomerates don't contest the earth's spoils? So Hammer said, "I see, poor bike messenger. You resent my company Occidental's substantial size, but there are bigger. I think you chose to be a victim. I'm sure no one told you to bike message. You fought yourself, young man, exactly as you said earlier. Sell something, diversify. The marketplace is not a battlefield." Yet, I said, applicable verbs, adjectives, adverbs, pronouns, and nouns are identical. Ha! I read your autobiography, how Occidental Petroleum fell in your lap by accident and marriage. You're not joshing me. Luck is made. But really, I have no gripe with you. Worked your whole life, weren't lazy, was almost a doctor. I am a doctor. Barely, Dr. Hammer. You admit in print you never practiced, but don't belittle the Occidental Petroleum man you are. The more consumed, the better entrepreneur. And still, I care less. You have nothing to be entirely ashamed of. Your ghosts are as ridiculous as everyone else's. Every success requires degrees of ruthlessness that... And Hammer slammed his foot. Ashamed? Finish your self-righteousness. Life owes you nothing. I made my way. You wasted opportunity. Have you tried? I said, yes, sir. Wasted what I didn't want. Maybe my pursuit of less is misplaced, but less better was never in your way. Why do you resent I'm just a bike messenger? Oh, he said, I understand. You are swayed by outdated philosophy. I snapped back. I adhere to none. Ah, but if anyone knows what passed for truth and wasn't, you might. So tell me. Tell you what? Some advertised myth wrapped in convenient truth from the great propaganda war. You know, something like cigarettes satisfy but don't kill you right away, or to purge society of its lackluster. Stalin developed Soviet industry by clearing out the talent so the mediocre could thrive. Hammer cleared his throat, portraying himself with seriousness. He said, I could say, Mr. Greenway, but I know what you mean. Public relations are a necessary device for a corporation. The real world is lions and tigers and bears. You have to defend yourself from competition. Now, so, what are you framing me for? I said, ha, doctor, your money's yours. Your problem is your ilk profits from inflation's rise that squeezes less economy for the truly poor portion to participate in. Hammer said, your problem is big business. I said, no, not at all. That's your money. The problem is calculating for inflation that contributes to profit-destroying full access. That same little bit of money becoming worth less every day affects the poor more than it ever has you. Huh? Huh? Yes, young man, is what you say when... is what one says to someone completely off the wall. You criticize but make some money. That's how your world changes. Cast off with the cliche, doctor. I repeat, There's enough money, but even financial reasons are excuses when solutions are ignored for other satisfactions. For instance, keeping up with or ahead and not bothering to solve inflation. Dr. Hammer said, "I'm tired, young man." And he grinned at the floor, aware he couldn't be prosecuted as responsible. "But," he said, "before I go, let's look at you." Then he delivered the kill. "Your insurance even passed on paying for last night." So I asked, "You wouldn't come to my place?" He smiled as if he'd won and said, "I'd wait on the other coast." Then, amused and satisfied, which wasn't how I wanted him, he said, "Young man, economics works." I said, "No. Economics can also not work. It can, in fact, fall all over itself. Why doesn't the medical debate include the ratio of medical professionals to those at the trough? I'm not saying the problem is all the hands in the till, Dr. Hammer, because I'm trying to put across that I'm for more the merrier. I just want the results the Hippocratic Oath promises. I think medical professionals should be the rich, while medicine's management verges on fraud." Hammer smirked and said, "Sounds like a laborer with time to think about their exploitation." I said, "Sure. Why stop automobile roulette when auto insurance is so rewarding? Day-long cyclists are accidents waiting to happen. Cost easily calculated. A win-win situation all around. ... But is all this calculating paperwork really medicine? Mister, Doctor, the medical industrial complex is too complex if we can't calculate affordable cost. Machines are based on profit and not the number of patients they could serve. Accountants know cost, but only in relation to what cost needs to read. So hospitals retail Band-Aids for a fortune, bending reality to the figures instead of figures to reality. Have you stood outside downstairs watching the patients' faces exit those front glass doors? The horror is in the figures running through everyone's head that have no relation to the quality their mind should be around. Your largesse relieves me of financial pressure. Outside, I'm meat. Lame for victimizing all over again, Dr. Hammer." Hammer sighed. "Finally, Mr. Greenway, but compensation is where we call lawyers. Now you can afford one, so I pay because you don't have a better job, eh?"